Okay, and we're ready.
If you would just like to introduce yourself and tell the audience what your major is at Antioch University.
Yeah, my name is Andrew Nelson. I majored in the Master's in Clinical Psychology program.
What brought you to Antioch in the first place?
Well, I'd heard good things about the program through friends who'd gone through it. I had several who, one went here to the Santa Barbara campus and one had gone to the LA campus as well.
And clinical psychology, what do you hope to do with it?
That's a good question. I'm not 100% sure right now. I went through the healthy aging group, so originally my goal is to work with older population, but at this point I'm not 100% sure. I'm looking at other places like working along developmental disorders, autism spectrum, possibly working with inpatient severe diagnosis. So I'm going to be doing my internship hours after I graduate, and that's where I'm going to kind of explore that.
How did the faculty at Antioch help you through your program?
The faculty is really good. The faculty all have direct experience in the field, whether they're clinical directors, supervisors, private practice therapists, or work in community mental health. And they all kind of get to know you one-on-one and form a relationship with you. The student size for the classes are really small, maybe 8 to 12, sometimes 15 students. So by them getting to know you in a one-on-one way, they have a way of creating that relationship that helps influence you and help you learn what you want to do.
If you had one set of advice to give students about before they attend a program like this, what would you tell them?
I would tell them to research it thoroughly. I would tell them to come to the information sessions that they have. I would tell them to talk to people that are in the program right now and talk to teachers that are teaching here.
Great, thank you so much.
Bien, bien.
Si nos quiere decir su nombre y su programa.
Yo me llamo Ileana Geles y yo estudié psicología clínica en Antioch.
¿Y qué nos puede decir acerca de su programa?
Lo que más me gustó de estudiar de Latino Mental Health o la salud mental de los latinos es que se enfocan mucho en la cultura de los latinos, que es algo que a veces hace falta en la profesión de la psicología, en el campo de la psicología.
¿Y qué va a hacer con ese programa? ¿Dónde va a trabajar?
Bueno, ahorita estoy trabajando para una agencia que se llama Casa Pacífica y muchos de mis clientes son latinos, pero en el futuro lo que más me gustaría es tener mi práctica privada y enfocarme mucho en lo que son familias mezcladas entre latinos y otras culturas. Estoy muy interesada en eso.
Y como se acaba de terminar el programa, ¿qué difícil fue tener una familia y trabajo y estudiar?
Fue muy difícil,
¿Cómo les ayudaron su familia?
Bueno, mis hijos fueron muy pacientes de darme mi espacio cuando necesitaba hacer mis tareas y mi esposo me ha apoyado muchísimo.
Muy bien. ¿Y qué puede decir acerca de lo que usted hizo para ayudar a su esposa?
Bueno, primero estoy muy orgulloso de todo lo que ha logrado mi esposa, ¿no? Y la verdad ha hecho muchas ganas a sus estudios y ella tiene mucha experiencia práctica, entonces creo que para ella ha sido muy provechoso combinar la práctica con la teoría y pues ahí estamos apoyándola.
¿Y qué pueden decir a los padres mexicanos? ¿Cómo pueden ayudar, apoyar a sus hijos, obtener una educación como su esposa?
Bueno, aquí yo creo que en esta sociedad la educación es primaria, ¿no? Realmente seguir estudiando, apoyar a los chicos para que estudien y para que logren sus metas, ¿no? Mi esposa ya había estudiado en México, había hecho su bachillerato, pero acá no siempre lo han reconocido, eso ha tenido que... Pero ha aprendido muchísimas cosas que le va a ser muy útil en su carrera.
How proud are you of your mother going to school?
Really, really proud.
How did you feel? Do you think that it's going to help you study more? Maybe you want to go on and study, do the same kind of thing as your mom did?
Well, it just kind of makes me want to study more. Not really, I don't really want to do the same thing,
But go to school.
yeah.
Okay. ¿Y algún consejo que les puede dar, el último consejo a toda la audiencia?
Bueno, para mí lo más importante es que la familia apoye a los futuros estudiantes, futuros profesionistas y Una cosa que es bien importante es ponernos las metas. Una vez que se pone uno metas es más fácil hacer un plan y llegar a obtener lo que uno requiere.
¿Y cómo ayudaron los profesores que tenía ahí en Antioch?
Recibí muchísimo apoyo, más que nada son muchísimos profesores trabajan en el campo y no solo traen conocimientos teóricos, pero también prácticos, y eso es una gran ventaja comparada con otras universidades donde es más que teoría, esto es más práctico.
Muy bien. ¿Hay algo más que quiera añadir?
No, solo felicidades a todos mis compañeros.
Muchísimas gracias.
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 And when you're ready.
Okay. If you'd like to introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about the program you were in at Antioch.
Okay. I'm Kelly Wildowski, and I was in the Health and Aging cohort, and it was really wonderful because we were in one of our quarters. We spent the time just learning how to work with elders and the different factors that involves.
What drew you to this particular program?
I've had a lot of experience working with elders. I'm a massage therapist, and most of my clients are elderly.
Great. And what can you tell us a little bit about the program at Antioch? What did you learn? How do you think it helped prepare you for what you want to do?
I think it was very hands-on. They really, a lot of real-life situations. When we did our healthy aging cohort study, we actually went out to some facilities in Val Verde and Heritage House and actually saw the situations and the type of people we'd be working with. And it was all very honest and just not very glamorous, but it was truthful.
Yeah. And the faculty at Antioch, how would you
Oh, they're
describe
awesome.
them?
They're wonderful. They're very supportive and above and beyond. They've helped me, in different areas when I have different problems. You just go to them. And Al's there all the time, and just the different teachers were so encouraging. And I think a lot of our confidence was gained from the staff there.
And as you know, it takes more than one person when they're going to school. They have additional people in their lives. So would you introduce your partner to us?
Sure, this is my partner, Beulah Gentry.
Beulah, can you tell us a little bit what it was like to have her in school for all this time?
Well, sometimes it was rather lonely because she'd be in her office or at school. It was either homework or school, but she's been working hard, and I'm just so proud of her. I couldn't be prouder.
Great. Is there anything else that you would like to tell us about what you got from Antioch that you would like to tell the audience?
I would think it's a great school. I would recommend it for anybody. I've heard about different schools, and Antioch really helps you get through the whole process, and they got your back, and I think that's really important because there's so much that we feel like we don't know, that when you have somebody that's really giving you assistance and willing to answer your questions so readily, that's invaluable.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Sunday.
That's good. Thank you. Whenever you're ready, go ahead.
Hi, we're here today at the Antioch graduation 2013, and we'd like to introduce one of our master's students. Would you like to introduce yourself and tell them what your master's is today?
Okay, my name is Betty Purify. My master's is in clinical psychology and healthy aging.
Betty, first of all, let me ask you the question, why did you select Antioch University?
Well, after 30 years, I went back to school and got my BA degree. And after I finished that track in 2011, I thought I still want to go to school. So I started looking, and I remembered I had attended a graduation here. And I thought, yes, that's the place. And so I called and got some information sent to me and came to the orientation session, and the rest is history, and I'm so grateful.
What made you choose healthy aging?
My husband and I, we actually currently had a assisted living home, and we love the seniors. Grandma is a part of that, and our church is right next door to senior living, and so we just love the seniors. I mean, we just always have, from little kids, we love the seniors, yeah.
What do you think you got out of the program at Antioch? What can you tell us about Antioch and the program?
Oh my goodness. Oh, where do I
And
start?
the faculty.
Yeah, oh my goodness, where do I start? Everybody was wonderful. I do have my favorites. Everybody was wonderful. The program, the information has been just vital. I did come with some experience, but what I got, it just embellished that, and now I just feel more confident, more equipped, more ready to go and out and serve the people, empower the people, and I'm ready to do it.
How did you feel empowered by Antioch?
Oh my, the information, the knowledge, the professors been available, bringing their expertise, to the classroom setting as well as what helped them to flourish, giving that to us on a personal level as well as the textbook level. It was wonderful.
As a returning student and a student with a family, how were you able to manage having a family, a business, and getting an education?
Oh my goodness. Today I'm doing a lot of apologizing for the meals that I didn't cook and for the times that I just, were not available because I had to study and stuff. And I know they understood, they supported me. Gosh, they've been there to support me. Without their support, I could not have done it.
What do you think you could tell other students? What's the most important thing that the family can do to support a student who's in school?
And I have small as well as adult children in my home. Just, being responsible. Most of them are students themselves, so they know that, if we don't study, we get those grades that don't look good. And so to help, grandma study, to help, auntie study, to just, the space that she needs to give her that. And I mean, they have been nothing but wonderful. So I asked the families would definitely, it's a sacrifice. I mean, I won't take it as a sacrifice, a big one. So the families that my husband, oh my goodness, are nice. I said, baby, I can't go with you tonight. I gotta study. And I just really, I owe him. And so it's just really, the families I can't even put into words because it is a sacrifice.
It is.
But it's worth it.
And with that, let's introduce your family so that they can talk about how it affected them with you being in the program.
Yes.
Okay, whenever you're ready, go ahead.
This is Betty Purify, who's receiving a master's today, and we would like her to introduce her family who are here supporting her.
Okay, first I have my husband, my boyfriend, 32 years of marriage. This is Pastor Gerald Purify. I have my May, my grandbaby here. This is May, this is her mom, Lagarica. This is Irea, my beautiful niece. This is Raymond, my handsome nephew. Ulysses, my handsome nephew. And I'm glad that they're all here.
Betty, since you mentioned that your husband was your number one supporter, I'd like to ask him a few questions or just let him talk about what it was like having his wife in the program.
Well, I've always told her that my thing in life was to make sure she reached what she's supposed to reach.
Her potential.
Her potential. And so I'm just doing whatever I can do to help her reach that goal. And because there's a purpose, and God knows what that purpose is, so it's going to come to pass.
Thank you. And you are her daughter?
Niece. Yes,
And this
like her
is
daughter.
grandniece, yes. Would you like to tell us a little bit about having your aunt in the master's program?
Actually, yeah, it's great with all the church and curricular activities we had to do, and she still studied and did the church, and just watching her stay up all night. So it was just a blessing to see her accomplish her master's, and I'm just happy we're here to support her.
What kind of an example was she for the rest of the family?
Hard worker, definitely. Yeah, so just never give up, and it's never too late to accomplish a goal.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay, you're ready.
I'm Patricia Chavez Nunez, and I'm here today interviewing master's and BA candidates at Antioch University to find out a little bit about the process of going back to school, going to school when you have a family and other responsibilities. Hello, I'm Patricia Chavez Nunez, and I'm here today as a board member from Antioch University, asking our students who are graduating either from our BA programs or our master's programs, the long trek that it took them to get here today. And I think that you will really enjoy all their individual stories. Thank you. Don't ask me, I don't know, I'm just standing here.
You're following directions too.
All right, you're good. Go ahead.
If you'd like to tell us your name and the program that you're enrolled in.
My name is Monica Clipperton, and I was enrolled in the master's program for applied psychology.
And Monica, what led you to apply to Antioch? Why Antioch?
Well, I had heard good things about Antioch and that they produced wonderful therapists, and so that was word of mouth
Are you getting your master's degree?
Yes.
Your master's in clinical psych. And tell us, what are you going to do with your degree now?
Well, I hope to work with 55 and older and eventually become a licensed marriage and family therapist and work with that, exclusively with that population.
Tell us how you liked the program at Antioch. How did it help you become trained for the area that you want to go into?
Oh, it was a wonderfully enriching program. I learned enormous amounts. The classes were geared towards that population because I did a concentration in healthy aging, and so they trained me to work with 55 and older.
What made you decide to choose healthy aging? What is it about healthy aging that attracted you?
Well, I had worked in Alzheimer's and dementia care previously, and I just saw a need for therapists to work with that specific population and their unique needs.
What would you say is the most unique thing about Antioch University and how it prepared you for this?
The most unique thing would be the class sizes were small, and so it was a very intimate setting, and you really got to know your teachers and your classmates, and so it's just very enriching.
How can you describe the faculty that you had at Antioch?
Fantastic. They were amazing. Very knowledgeable, wonderful. It was a wonderful experience.
Thank you very much, Anya.
Thank you.
Can I have you introduce yourself again, please? Because the camera shook when you we were talking.
It happens. Hi, I'm Monica Clipperton.
And your major and all that stuff.
Okay, If you'd like to introduce yourself to the audience and tell them your name and what your major is here at Antioch University.
My name is Monica Clipperton, and I am a applied psychology major.
Thank you.
Thank you. And whenever you're ready.
Would you like to introduce yourself to the audience and tell them what your major is at Antioch University?
Sure. Julian Varela, and my major was clinical psychology, marriage and family therapy.
Julian, what made you decide to attend Antioch University?
Well, this happens to be my second master's. My first was in exercise science and health promotion from Cal Poly University, and my whole focus over the last several years has been to help create healthier communities, especially considering our obesity epidemic. And Antioch University's clinical psychology, marriage and family therapy program to me was the perfect blend to be able to integrate clinical psychotherapy in with health behavior to essentially help people change their behaviors for the better.
And given that, how do you think Antioch has prepared you to go out and do what you want in your chosen field?
In addition to being very flexible, as far as being a working professional and going back to grad school again full-time, the program was extremely hands-on. And everything that I learned on a day-to-day basis, I was essentially able to go back the following day and integrate into what I was doing. So I couldn't have come up with a better and more efficient process.
And how did the faculty at Antioch help you with your program?
Each classroom was extremely interactive, and we also had the opportunity to learn from practitioners that were practicing on a day-to-day basis, that were literally practicing what they were preaching. And so to be able to have a small classroom size, integrate what we're learning with hands-on professionals was, again, another great opportunity.
What would you tell other people who are considering attending Antioch?
Do it. Don't question it.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.